Psychologists have dubbed the transformative feelings of awe and wonder many of the Apollo astronauts experienced at the sight of the Earth from space the overview effect. The same feeling of connectedness is likely to be familiar to anybody who spends time in the water. In my 20s and 30s, I spent as much time as I could in the ocean, mostly catching waves off the beaches that divide Sydney's eastern suburbs from the sea beyond. Having come to surfing late, I was next to useless on a board, and while fun, boogie boarding always seemed a little undignified. And so instead, my brother, a few friends and I took to using hand skis to catch the swells that roll in from the Pacific. Hand skis are precisely what they sound like: curved pieces of wood or plastic about the size of a dinner plate that are strapped to your hand. Using them is intensely exciting. The hand ski acts as a hydrofoil, lifting your head and shoulders out of the water and sending you shooting across the face of the wave, your body suddenly as sleek and maneuverable as that of a dolphin or a seal. The catch is that the best rides aren't possible in the mess of the shore break. And so we took to swimming out into the deeper water. Out there, we would take on waves almost twice our height, great green and blue slabs of curving water that, if caught right, would send us hurtling beachward until we slipped out the side or were swallowed by the spume. It was exhilarating because it offered a reminder of the sheer power of the ocean. Cut it too close, and the weight of the wave's collapse would detonate behind you like something seismic. An atom bomb, we used to call it, only half-jokingly. But if you mistimed an exit or got caught in the dump zone, that excitement could quickly give way to fear and sometimes real danger. I still have scars on my back from being thrown onto the rocks by a particularly massive midwinter swell. Yet what really interested me about those sessions in the surf wasn't the adrenaline rush of riding the waves, but the quieter moments. Out beyond the break, as the swell moved beneath me, slow and steady as breath, it was sometimes possible to feel the intimation of something larger, a sense of time's depth, of the great pulse of the world's cycles. And although it was never easy to articulate, it often seemed that something transformative inhered in those moments, as if to give oneself over to the ocean's largeness and the movement of the wind and the waves might offer a glimpse of another way of being. This sense of boundlessness is a common theme among those who spend time in the water. Australian author and surfer Fiona Capp writes of the inkling of infinity experienced in the face of the ocean's immensity and power, observing that few images capture this primal at-oneness better than that of the surfer crouched inside the crystal, womb-like tube of a breaking wave. An image made all the more exquisite by our knowledge of the wave's imminent destruction. Capp notes this moment of suspension and inevitable ejection from the all-embracing amniotic realm of the wave's oneness is also embedded in the Hawaiian word for surfing, hianalu, or wave sliding. Hia means to run as a liquid, or flee through fear, while nalu refers to the surging motion of a wave or the slimy liquid on a newborn child. Freediver James Nestor says something similar, suggesting that letting the ocean envelop you can be a spiritual practice, a way of using the human body as a vessel to explore the wonders in the Earth's inner space. In correspondence with his friend Sigmund Freud, the writer Romain Rolland dubbed this apprehension of the infinite and sense of oneness with the universe oceanic feeling, and argued it was the source of religious awe. Freud was more circumspect, contending, in a suggestive echo of the Hawaiian association with gestation and birth, that if it did exist, it was a vestigial remnant of early infancy, and our still egoless and undifferentiated self's inability to distinguish between the world and ourselves. More recently, scientists have found evidence that such feelings of expansive awareness have a neurological origin, associated with the interplay between the neural network our brain uses when focusing on the external world and the network that governs internal processes relating to self-reflection, self-awareness, and emotion.